So imagine a child that's forced to learn something and he doesn't know why. It's just presented before him and say, here, learn this. Like very often with mathematics, there's no reason, there's no meaning to it, just learn it because you have to, and that's what society tells us to do, so do it. Or any other thing. Imagine then on the other hand, if the child understands why, what the purpose is. And imagine also that same child, whatever he's learning, it could be a sport, an activity, he understands what he's doing to himself. In other words, every moment he practices, he's increasing his intelligence. He's getting better. His mind is getting stronger. He's increasing his intelligence, the power of his brain. By knowing that how the brain works, I have a control. I'm in the driver's seat. So the difference is, then I'm not my brain. But society has taught us that we are. That's all we have is our brain. But no, if I could control something, if I could actively control something, I have power over it to direct its actions, then I'm not it. I'm something greater than it. So that's consciousness. So to delve into this more deeply, I want to use an example of a computer. A computer can do many things, and for the person who uses a computer, it's presented to him with all the software included, all the hardware. He just turns it on and starts using it, and he could do so many things with that computer. It's a powerful, amazing tool, and it can be set up to do many things on its own. It comes with all this potential to monitor other networks, to defend itself, to clean itself of unnecessary data, the user can choose whatever he wants that computer to do for him, based upon what was put in it upon manufacturing, upon its being manufactured by the corporation, the company. Similarly, we are socialized with a set of instructions and predetermined requirements and predetermined activities and things that we must learn and the way that we should be are all given to us by society. Similarly, the same way when you buy that Dell or Hewlett Packard, it comes with all the software included and all the programs included. A young person, a child, is conditioned by society in a similar way. It's programmed, it's pre-programmed, it's programmed during the course of youth and the course of a lifetime to act and behave in a certain way, to function in a certain way. Okay, so now on the other hand, imagine another user who has the computer, who also happens to be a computer programmer, an expert computer programmer. So in the first case, the average user is just using whatever provided to him, and he's constrained by what has been provided for him within the programs of that computer, within the software of that computer. He's limited and constrained by that. Now consider, on the other hand, the expert programmer, an expert computer technician, a network engineer who understands all about the internet and how it works and how information flows and what is data and how to write the code to create his own programs. He can write his own programs. He could create anything he wants that computer to do. He can have it do. He can even change the structure of the computer, design new applications and new hardware for the computer. He has tremendous freedom compared to the average user. This man has order of magnitude greater power and opportunity to use that tool, that computer, because he knows how it works. When it gets infected with a virus, he knows exactly what to do. He knows exactly what the best programs are to have on there, the best, most useful websites to go to access information. When there's something goes wrong with the machinery, he knows exactly what to get rid of. So, using that as an analogy, we can look at consciousness as the master programmer or engineer of the brain, which is the software, which is the computer. Now that computer, an average computer, can get all sorts of viruses and be corrupted and start doing all sorts of crazy things, can it? And it'll just start, the average user will lose control of that computer. It'll become corrupted. Files become corrupted. Memory can become corrupted. The storage can become corrupted. But the expert programmer, computer user, can recognize those things immediately and remedy those situations. Or take preventative measures so they don't happen. So this is the difference between the average user or the average person and the person with a trained consciousness who takes part in consciousness study, who understands the brain as a powerful tool, a powerful processor. So this is the power of consciousness. The overseer, the director, consciousness is the place within which all activities, behaviors, thoughts, processes, memories, everything takes place. And it's the monitor of those things. So, it's very simple. Look at the difference between those two scenarios. And you can see the obvious truth of what it means to be conscious. Rather than living without the knowledge that you're in control of your brain, of your mind. And not recognizing what you can do and that you can enhance your own abilities in this way.